So I understand that you are dialing from 5 different sites, Malaysia, Singapore, what else? Maybe Thailand, Japan, and China. So I would like to welcome all of you. I'm very happy that I can meet you guys, even though it's virtually. So welcome. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Zaina Muhammad Zain. And currently, I'm based in Fremantle, Western Australia. I'm retired since 2018, and last year I am certified as a trainer by Human Resource Development Corporation Malaysia. And I have about 28 years of working experience, mainly in semiconductor industry, 22 years in engineering, and about 23 years in engineering and 5 years in human resources. So before my retirement, I was attached to HR department of Infinite Technology Malaysia, Malacca. And from this attachment, I discovered my passion. My passion is in people development. And so back then, I was actively involved in a lot of programs on people development and activities. So even after my retirement, I still would like to pursue in this area. So I continue with training, coaching, and mentoring. Okay, so before we start with our program, everybody just get started early in the morning. Why not we do some warming up, icebreaker? All right, everybody ready? Yes?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So this is what I want you to do. It's simple. You just need to make a confession, okay? Normally confession is something that you are guilty of, but this is something that you love, okay? You start by mentioning your name and I am and I love. I give you an example. Let's say, my name is Zaina. I am a coffee addict. I love to drink coffee 10 cups a day or something like that. Okay? Clear? All right, and then once you made your confession, you call somebody else to make their confession. So everybody can turn on their audio. All right. So I would like to see everybody's face. So we go back to our screen. Okay, ready? So I will start first. Hello, my name is Zaina. I'm a chocoholic. I love to eat chocolate every day, especially after dinner. Okay, I'll see Michelle. I call Michelle.
Good morning, I'm Michelle. I love to bake, during my leisure time.
All right.
Maybe Rebecca.
Hello, I'm Rebecca, and I love travel a lot in my spare time.
Yeah.
And maybe I can turn to Rachel.
Morning, everyone. I'm Rachel. I love dogs. Li Ping.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Li Ping. So I'm a cafe lover, and I love to go for cafe hunting if I have free time.
All right.
Yeah, so next one, Irene Tay.
Hello, I'm Irene. I love to spend time with my daughter. Yeah. The next one, Tyson.
All right.
Hello, good morning. I'm Tyson, and let me think. I love sports, and whatever sports there is, I will always find ways to try it. Next, I think I'll pass to Tsukasa-san.
Thank you, Tyson. I'm Tsukasa from Japan. Nice to meet you. I love Netflix. Okay, I'll hand over to maybe Sharon.
Hello, I'm Sharon.
Hello, Sharon.
Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so I'm Sharon. I'm a shopaholic. I love to shop
Oh, I'm a shopaholic too.
Let's go shopping one day together.
When I go back to Malacca.
Yeah, sure. The next one I'll call Nicole.
Hi, thanks, Sharon. Hi, morning, everyone. My name is Nicole. So I enjoy family camping. I always bring my children to go camping when I have free time. Yeah.
All right.
So next, maybe I'll call Li Huan.
Hello, I'm Li Huan. I love unhealthy food, especially spicy, salty, coffee, milk tea.
Guilty, huh?
Next, I would like to call Nan Ping.
It's me, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I am Paul. I am what you can call me Paul. I love to read the online novel when I have a free time.
Mhm.
And okay, next one is Sharifa.
Sharifa?
Hello?
Okay, me?
Yes.
Sharifa is in. Okay.
Okay, hang on. I'm still haven't went my tudung. Okay, give me a while. But I will still introduce myself. Okay, Sharifa. I'm here to help Zaina, and I'm from Infinity Learning. Okay, a training provider. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
she will be my
all.
backup. Technical support. All right. All right. Sharifa, we actually in a ice-breaking session. You have to make a confession. What do you love?
Oh, a confession. What I love food.
Okay. Since Sharifa has not seen the participant, maybe I help Sharifa to call somebody else. Fanny, make your confession.
Hello, good morning, everyone. So I'm Fanny. So I love to do workout every day. Yep.
All right. Okay, I think did
So
we
I will
cover
call another one, not yet
Yeah.
finished. I think call. Gaping.
Hello everyone. Morning. I'm Ko. I love all kind of dessert, especially cake.
Okay.
Moon.
Hi everyone, I'm Moon. I'm Sokman. You can call me Moon. So I love myself. Yeah, I will do everything that is benefit to myself.
Okay.
So let me
Yeah, you have to
call
love yourself
Zach.
first, huh?
Yeah, Zach.
Okay. Anybody else?
Zach.
Hello, morning. Zach here. Yeah, I love my car. That's all.
Oh, you love your car.
Yeah, I love my car very much.
All right. Must be a good car.
Yeah, for me, it's
Yes,
the
a
best car.
sport car.
Oh, wow.
Next one, I think.
Zizhen.
Zichen. Yeah, okay.
Hi, morning everyone. I'm Zhichen. You can call me Chen. I love to watch drama during my free time. Next one, I will call Miza.
Hello, morning. Okay, so I'm Miza, and I love listening to music, so I'm always with my headphone. Okay.
Okay.
That's all.
Did we cover everybody?
I think
Yes,
so.
I think so. Yes.
All
Done.
right. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Thank you very much. That was a very good warming up. Can you see my slides again?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's move on to our today's topic. Today, we'll have leading with impact, mastering communication and feedback techniques, right? So you guys are actually, as I was told, that you are the managers, team leads, and you have people to manage and lead, right? So do not underestimate the power of communication and feedback, because if you do them right, you do them well, these two can help you lead your team to become a great team. To lead your team to become for a great success. Because leadership is not only about making strategic plans and strategic decisions for your team, but also the ability to communicate to them effectively and providing them with useful feedback so that they can further improve and develop. Okay, so within these 4-hour sessions, we will have a lot of brainstorming because I see the combination. They are young team leads. They are also an experienced manager. So you guys will work collaboratively, share your opinion, experience, do some discussions, brainstorming, and then we will look into what are the obstacles that you normally face at work when it comes to communicating with your team and giving feedback to your team, right? Then from this, we will explore together, how we could overcome these obstacles so that, we can gain the benefits of this effective communication and giving feedback, right? And then throughout this session also, we have a lot of tips, techniques that you can pick up, which you can apply later at your workplace. So we will cover 2 modules. I have sent to you the agenda so you can look at the times so that hopefully we can stick to the time. But if we have so many interesting things to share and discuss, then that's okay if we ran a little bit out of time. But so I will cover 2 modules. Module 1 is about effective communication skill, and module 2 is about giving positive and constructive feedback. So after module 1, maybe we should take a short comfort break, then we continue with module 2. Okay? All right. So what will be the expected outcome? What we want to achieve from this training? Okay? So hopefully after completing this course, you will be able to apply the techniques that we learned, how to communicate to your team in a clear and concise way, and also how to apply the techniques to give effective, positive, and constructive feedback to your team with confidence, right? So just quickly go through tips for learning when we want to learn. I hope the tip number 1 is reset. So forget, I know you're busy, you have a lot of issues. Leave it behind for these next 4 hours. You have to unlearn to learn new things. Forget about what you have learned about communication or feedback before. And then tips number 2 is show that you are passionate in learning by being participative in this program. And then do speak up, especially during discussion and brainstorming. And last but not least, treat this like as if it's a last chance for you to learn. Learn as much as you can, all right? So module 1, communication skill. So what is communication? We do communication every day, right? We communicate to people. What is communication? So if you ask a young one, maybe they say communication is when I chat with my friend with WhatsApp. the kids, right? Or communication is when I share what I eat today in my Facebook. That is the new era of communication. But actually, communication is giving, receiving, exchanging information, opinions, or ideas, whether through writing, speech, visual means, so that the message delivered is completely understood and by the recipient. This is what communication is all about. I think everybody are well aware about what is communication. So let's take a look at what is the communication process when we are communicating. Of course, we will have a sender or messenger, and we also will have a receiver, right? So what are we communicating is information, which we change it, convert it through a message, so that this information can change the behavior or the way of the recipient think, right? So who is the sender? The sender is the person who initiates the message, right? And coding is a process of translating or converting the message into a format that can be transmitted through the communication channel, like speaking, writing, graphics, or video. And decoding is a process of interpreting the message by the recipient. And of course, in the communication, it's a two-way process. You have a feedback. The recipient may give feedback to the messenger, what he understands. And so all these elements need to work together to ensure that the message is transmitted through successfully and the recipient understood what the message is all about. All right. So what are the types of communication that we have today, right? Of course, we communicate verbally through spoken word, which is verbal communication, like face-to-face conversation, through phone calls, in a meeting. Then we have non-verbal aspect of communication. What is the non-verbal aspect of communication? Anybody?
Gesture or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, right. When we use like hand gesture from our facial, we can also communicate facial expression, body language, right? What else? Even our tone of voice. Okay. Then we have written communication is straightforward. When you communicate in writing, like emails, memo, what else? Text messages, WhatsApp, right? Then you have visual communication. So this type of communication make use of the visual aids to communicate, to convey the information. Like you use chart, diagram, graph, videos. Okay. This particular type of communication is especially effective when you are trying to convey complex informations into a simple to understand format. Like when you have a very complex process to explain to your team, you turn it into like a flow chart or diagram so that it can be easily understood, right? So any question? I think this is pretty straightforward. So I would like to do an activity. Here I will use a poll. We will take a vote. I would like you to answer this poll question. And hang on. Let me start with the poll and let's answer the question. I want to. Okay, can you see the poll question? Anybody? Everybody?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
can
can
start
see.
answering the question. In which of this aspect of your life that a good and effective communication will be beneficial to you? Let's vote. All right, we have completed 100%. Let's share the results. Can you see the result?
Yes.
Yeah. So majority, yes, majority thinks that effective communication will help them both in their personal and professional life, right? 2% say only professional life. That's okay. So the next thing that I would like to do is, yes, actually, this effective communication is not only applicable in our professional life, but also in our personal life with our family, right? So let's discuss about what would be the benefit. Yeah, you can look into the context of professional life mainly, or you can also touch on the personal life. Okay, I will do a breakout for you in a breakout room. There are about 18 of you. Maybe I break you up into 8 groups, 4 groups, right? And I want you to discuss together with your team what are the benefits of having effective communication and what are the obstacles that you normally face at work. Okay, share this, discuss this, share from your personal experience, okay? And how do you feel about it? I have this session with Gen Z before. They go and use Chat GPT, is it? And Google. No, I want it to come straight from your own opinion and personal feeling, right? Okay, let's do you get these 2 tasks that you need to do? We'll discuss in 15 minutes what are the benefit and what are the obstacle. I will break you into I will break you into 4 teams. Give me a second. Okay, I will open all room and I will join you each of this group later.
Okay.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
to assign somebody to summarize the point, and you can share in whatever form that you like, PowerPoint or whiteboard, Google Whiteboard or whatever, and also appoint a speaker. Okay, I'll meet you later.
Okay.
Will there need to be one speaker or can there be two speakers, Madam Zainab?
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Whichever
sure.
you choose to be.
All right, understood. Thank you.
Okay, all right. You know what to do.
Too fast.
Appoint a speaker later. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I will see you later.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe I would like to call group 1 to share the benefits first.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, so maybe I will share for the benefits of the effective communication. So this is our discussion. So first of all, for effective communication, the benefits actually can building a trust between us and also I would say the receivers that we are actually communicate with. And then throughout effective communication also, we can also try prevent some like error or conflict or any misunderstanding when we want to convey the message. And then third also we'll have it actually can increase the engagement and also productivity because we no need to maybe wasting the time to repeat the same thing again and again.
Yeah, right.
So for the benefits also can bring us a very clear roles and responsibility on what they need to do. So yeah, so they are actually clear on their tasks, what they need to do. And then this is also promoting a better way of communicating. So for the obstacle that we face,
benefit first, all right?
Okay.
That's all you have for benefits?
Yeah, that's all
very,
for the
very
benefits.
good. It's on point. Anybody else from other team would like to add on to what Sun just shared? Anything else? In addition to what Sun has just said, any more benefits that you feel? What about for this is work related, personal? Yeah, anybody has something from personal life? What would be the benefit? Anybody discuss that? Yeah. Well, personal life, if you can communicate well with your spouse, with your kids, maybe you will have a very happy and family, right? The kids understand what you expected of them, and you understand them. Then, anytime they have issue with friends or in school, they can come back to you as a friend to communicate, to to share. So anything, you know what's going on with the kids. Also, same thing with the wives, with the wife or husband, build stronger relationship, right? Okay, and let me just share a little bit about the statistic. Okay. So at the workplace statistic, like what has been mentioned by Sun, also covered here. In our workplace statistic done in 2024 say that 86% of employees cite that lack of effective communication and effective collaboration as the main cause of the workplace failure, right? So if you do this well, we communicate effectively, like Sun say, it will also help to increase productivity, build trust, and so on, right? And also in a personal life, this is a statistic by the National Population Family Development Chairman, Dr. Sri Rohani of Malaysia. She said that 56% of men said that they had a divorce due to lack of understanding, miscommunication with their spouse, followed by infidelity and interference from in-laws. So good communication also helps in our personal life, right? It's also benefit our personal life. So let's go to the obstacle now.
Okay, then yeah, maybe I just continue.
Maybe I give a chance soon. Thank you very much. You
Oh.
did a very good sharing and also good job by the group one. And
Okay, thank you.
maybe I give a chance to another group to give the sharing on. What about group 3? Can you share about the obstacles at workplace that you face?
Yeah, maybe I can share our discussion in group 3. So in our discussion, we summarize four obstacles from our workplace. So first one is intolerant behavior. Sometimes we find that people don't want to listen. They have their own opinion and they have their own strong opinion, and they cannot hear what others really mean. And the second one is cultural difference. Because we are in diverse workplaces, so sometimes cultural difference can lead some misunderstanding. For example, some language barriers and also varying norms about communication style that can also contribute to these obstacles. And the third one is generation gap. Because the generation gap refers to that differences in attitudes, in values, and behaviors between one generation to another, and often leading to a lack of understanding or communication between them.
Right.
And the last one we discuss is about friendship versus workship. The balance of friendship and the workship. I think maybe Vitesson, you can add on this point.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. I think this friendship worship because as before this we were all friends and whatsoever when there was
Tyson,
not some.
I think you are breaking. Is it like
Okay.
okay.
Better now?
Yes.
Yeah, even though you're like talking with the bees just now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I think this is quite normal for almost all of us. Basically, friendship as a workship is a situation in which when we were working together last time, where one of us is not the leader of the other.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, there's a bit of noise, but we can still hear you.
Okay. All right. So basically, where was I?
Friendship versus work. Yeah.
Okay, so before this, we were all from the same level and so on. But once one of us actually became a leader, it became an invisible barrier in which somehow the communication become more, I would say, more professional, but in a good way. But then in another way, they are holding back more information from us from before. So this is one of the obstacles, right? Yep.
That's very good point, right? Yeah, and yeah, this is from your personal experience. You touch on culture, different of opinion, and also there's a relationship level as well. And what else? The fourth point. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that you can add on top of the group 3 sharing about what are the obstacles in communication? Oh yeah, cultural. I remember cultural aspect as well. Okay. Anybody from group 1, 2, and 4? Anything to add on? Any obstacle that you face now at work that is not mentioned by group 3? You just want to add on?
Maybe one of it is also a body language, because sometimes when you communicate with them, right, basically you do not have that meanings, then the receiver actually perceive you actually have that meanings to them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
good point. Mhm.
Yeah, that's all.
All right. Anything else?
I think language barrier also.
Mm-hmm.
Language
True.
barrier,
True.
especially sometimes. I mean, currently we are service center and we are supporting other sites like
Mm-hmm.
Thailand,
Yeah.
Japan, Korea. So sometimes there are also language barrier
Mm-hmm.
that very hard to get the message across successfully because due to the language barrier lah.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I get.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
get your point. Yeah.
And
All right.
especially also sometimes our counterpart maybe is from Europe, and
Mm-hmm.
then the way that they do things also is very different from us. So sometimes we don't intentionally meant like that, but maybe from our English they probably
Mm-hmm.
think the other way around. Yeah.
True. True. It's also, yeah, a cultural background.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. You guys give a very good inputs about the benefits and the obstacle. Okay, let's continue. Okay, this part. Let's brainstorm together. You have voiced out a lot of obstacle. Why not we put it in this overview of obstacle in communication, right? The first obstacle in communication. Let's say you are talking about you want to communicate something to your team or to your other side global team, and you have an important message to communicate, right? And the first obstacle that we see is said is not heard. What does it mean? So do you get what I mean when I say said? Don't assume that said is equivalent to heard. Whatever you said, this is exactly what they heard, right? So what could be the reason why said is not equal to heard? Whatever you say, maybe they didn't hear you. I give you an example. Maybe it's a language barrier, right? You use a language that they don't understand, for example. What else? Said is not heard. When you try to communicate down to your team.
Not interesting.
Not interesting, right? They are not interested. Every day talk about top down, global thing, all these things. Not interested, right? What else? What else can be said, not heard? They are so tied up with their issue. They are thinking about their issue when you're talking. They talk about the issue that they have at work, right? So how do you overcome this obstacle? When you want to present, you want to grab their attention, okay? What kind of attention grabber that we can think of so that they pay attention to you? Anybody?
Say something that benefit them.
Yeah, to grab their attention, right? Start with something that is for example, you want to get your boss attention. You talk to Fanny before you have an idea. You actually need an extra manpower and you have an idea, but you want Fanny might not want to listen to you because I always have to hire people, right? For example, then you can start with, hey, Fanny, I have an idea how we can be more productive, we can be more efficient, and we can solve a lot of issue and make our customer happy. Fanny, the head of people services, always want to make sure that customer are always happy. So she said, "Oh, okay, I'm all ear. Let's hear it. What's your idea?" Okay. So this is what you can do, right? Try to think of something that can pull them back to listen to you. Attention grabber, right? Number two, obstacle. They hurt you, but they do not understand you. What could be the reason?
I think also the language, because
Yes, language. So
yeah.
if you are communicating with people who prefer local language, you have to, when you plan out your communication, think about this aspect as well, language, right? Something that, because you want what you communicated, people to understand it, right? So use the language that know your audience. Okay, know your audience. Who's your audience? What kind of language they prefer so that they can understand. Besides language, what about making it simple and straightforward so that they can understand? Don't use complex language, right? I don't use complex terms. Okay, if they are not technical people, don't use technical terms. So you have to know your audience, how their knowledge about the subject, what is their expectation, and their culture, their preferred language. Anything else? Okay, we move to the next one. Understood. They understood you, but it's not necessary that they agree with you. So how you overcome this obstacle?
Read the unsaid cues that they give off, I suppose. Either eye contact or body language. And then check with them.
Okay. This is about they understood what you want, what you're saying, you're trying to deploy them, but they don't agree with you. They do not agree with you. For example, if you are trying to, people services, you are campaigning about no error, zero error campaign, and then your people understand what is your message, but one of your team say, I don't agree. Who can make no error? We are only human. All these things, right? So you need to do a bit of convincing that is possible, right? So this is if they understood you but they do not agree with you, you have to think of a way of how to convince them. Share them. Maybe what can you share that can convince them that this is what need to be done? Okay. For example, okay, I agree. Okay, we have to do this because if not, we have a customer unhappy. They will complain and it will affect our target because one of our target is also based on customer satisfaction. So do something that can convince them. Share them. What will be when you want people to agree with you? Understand the expectation. I want to know if I do this, what is it in for me? What will be the advantage for me? So give them the benefit, the advantage of doing it.
Maybe to understand their issue first, why not agree with it?
Yeah, you can ask that first. Then you can see what is their point of view, and you try to maybe change your message to make sure that maybe they misunderstood, they have some concern, address it so that they will agree to it, right? Then even though they agree with you but they still do not implement it, what's the reason? Maybe how to implement it, you don't give them the guides, step-by-step process, or show me how to do it. No, so think about it. Know whether check your audience again, whether do they know how to execute it. If they do not know, then I have to come up with step-by-step how to implement it as a guide, for example, right? Then, last one, even though they implement it, but they do not leave it. Okay, I will go with your proposal on this zero error initiative. But after a while, they forget about it. So what can you do about this? How to overcome this obstacle? Anybody?
Maybe keep in touch with the person about the progress.
Yeah, follow up. Yes.
Follow up, yeah.
Yeah, good. And also maybe make it into a culture that you keep reminding people. Okay, we have to have this zero error initiative, do it like a monthly event to, make it like this is part of your culture. You have to celebrate people who make no error for the next 3 months, and then we do celebration, whatever. Or put it into your a mandatory process where you will do audit, or for example, every now and then do an audit to make sure that it's being done. There are so many ways of overcoming this obstacle, right? So any more questions? So finally, I would like to, any more questions? So finally, on the way how to overcome this communication obstacle, first thing you have to know yourself, meaning that your purpose, why you are doing this communication, what do you want to achieve, right? Then find out who is your audience, who are the people that you're communicating with. Know your audience. What is their preferred language? How much knowledge they have about this topic? Where they have to go into a great detail, or I can just be on the point level, and their culture, their preference, their expectation, so that you can tailor your message according to your need and interest, so that you can achieve your goal. You can achieve what you want to achieve when you're communicating important messages to them. All right? So let's do a simple activity. This time, we'll do a simple communication exercise. Can everyone take a piece of paper and pen? Are you ready? Do you have a piece of paper and pen? I want to guide you. I want to communicate to you. I want to make you an artist today. I want you to draw something for me through my verbal communication. Okay? Ready? Okay, I want you to draw something. First, draw a circle. Maybe you can draw it a bit higher, nearer to the top, a circle. Then below that circle, draw a triangle. Maybe you can start at the point where at the 5 o'clock there, you can draw a triangle below it. Okay? Then below that triangle, I want you to draw a rectangular shape. A rectangular shape below it. Maybe start from the center of the triangle, draw a rectangular shape. Okay? Got it? And then below that rectangular shape, draw a small circle. Okay, done. It's a simple kindergarten drawing. All right. So, are you ready to share? Who wants to share? You can put up your artwork. I would like to see. It's not it's blur, but maybe you can say code, and I see. Okay, Ko got it. So cute. Yep. Aha. Soon. Okay. All right. Okay. Everybody their own artist, huh? Okay, let me share what is actually I want you to draw. Oh, okay. Sukmun, interesting work of art. Okay, what do I actually want you to draw is this one. How many get it right? So what can you learn from this verbal communication? Anybody? What can we learn? What can we improve? so that you can get the drawing right.
Maybe ask if let's say not clear.
Yeah, ask if not clear. Then, what else?
Pause and check.
Pause and check. It would be better if I show the diagram, right? Visual. Or maybe I use body language to demonstrate a little bit, right? It would be better, right? Yeah. So what is actually the lesson that I mean, how can we summarize about verbal communication? Whether is it effective just to do verbal communication in our day-to-day life? Okay, so this is 73855 rules of Albert Mehrabian's rule of personal communication. It indicates that in our day-to-day communication, only 7% of communication are done through the word we speak, the verbal communication, while the non-verbal component actually play a bigger role. Non-verbal component like our tone of voice actually make up 38% of our communication. And our body language or visual, what they see is 55%, make up 55% of our communication. Because if you just say good morning, people don't really know how you're feeling. But if you say good morning, then you know that really this person really feel that it is a good morning, she's happy. Even if you add in visual, the face is even better. It's confirmed. Yeah, this person feel like it is a really, really good, happy morning, right? So what is effective communication? Okay, we have already discussed. We know we talk about effective. What does effective communication means? Okay. So effective communication is when you try to communicate, the message that you are trying to convey is clearly understood and it stimulates the recipient to take action and affect the way the recipient think as you intended. That is called effective communication. All right. So what are the elements that we need to have for the communication to be effective? Okay. The first important or essential element in effective communication is clarity. So you need to have clarity in both the message that is being conveyed and how you deliver the message. So the message needs to be like clear and concise, right? And so to make it clear and concise, you can make it simple, easy to understand. Then the way you deliver it has to be articulate and well structured, so people can follow you, can understand you. All right. Then effective communication also require understanding, meaning that the receiver of your message, the person that you are communicated to, understand the intended meaning of the message. This is important, right? And that's why, like I mentioned before, you need to know who you're communicating with, all right? So you need to know how much knowledge they have, the language that they prefer, their expectation, the culture, so that you can tailor your message into something that is accessible and can be understandable by them, right? Then, of course, communication is a two-way process, giving and receiving. So you need a feedback. Okay, the receiver need to feedback to the sender. The sender need to know whether the message had been successfully received and clearly understood. If not, the sender can adjust the message so that to make sure that it is clearly understood and is accurate. And like Michelle also mentioned about the using of body language, yes. In effective communication, you can also make use of your body language to make it more effective. But this is some people are still very uncomfortable doing it. But you can actually leverage on this to have a good, effective communication. Even your posture, right? Good posture actually convey confidence and credibility. So when you are talking like standing, make sure you stand up straight. If you're sitting, sit up straight, but in a relaxed manner. But don't slouch, right? Then when you make, for example, eye contact, maintain a good eye contact. Make eye contact with the person that you are talking to, so that the person know that you are actually engaged in the conversation. When you are talking to the person, but don't stare. You make people feel uncomfortable. Just maintain eye contact. Then, facial expression can convey a lot of information about your feeling and emotion, right? So be careful when you use facial expression, use it appropriately. Don't give mixed signal when you're using your facial expression, okay? For example, if you are talking about something that is serious, don't smile, then people don't take you seriously, right? For example, if you're communicating good news, do smile, right? And gesture is also another thing. You can use hand gesture to stress or emphasize a certain point to make it more, you want to emphasize point, you can use hand gesture, but don't do it so like repetitive, it can be distracting, right? You can also tone of voice. You can vary your tone of voice to match your emotion. That's very good. If you're happy, you can increase it a little bit. If you're serious about the topic, you can lower your voice. And space is important. You have to understand that people respect people's space, especially culture. Take note of the culture. Some culture, like European, Italian, they like to speak to each other very close, like almost like want to kiss you, right? But Asian prefer a little bit of a distance, right? So make sure that when you're sitting or standing, do it at the appropriate distance so that you don't make the person feel insecure or uncomfortable, right? But not standing too far that they can't hear you, but just at the right distance so that the person feel comfortable and they can hear you. Okay. Any question on the body language? All right. So let's move on to the techniques. There are so many techniques that you can adopt, you can use so that you can communicate effectively. We touch on clear and concise, right? Make it simple. Don't make it use complex terms. Use appropriate tone and language depending on the situation and the people that you're talking to. And then use positive body language, like maintain eye contact, friendly posture. Then you can also, in effective communication, listening skill is important. Listen attentively, do not interrupt, and don't get yourself distracted. Listen to the person who is talking to you, okay? Active listening. And be empathic, right? Try to understand the other person's perspective and feeling and respect the other person's perspective and feeling. And then you please, in communication, avoid assumption. This is one of the big failure. Instead, what you can do, if I tell you not to make assumption, what can you do? You can ask question, right? You can clarify information. Don't assume, so that you are on the same page. Be open to feedback, accept feedback, even though it's a criticism, accept it openly, because this can help you to improve your communication skill. And paraphrasing is good because you want to hear the person tell you in their own words how they understand your message. That's very good. Questioning is good. You ask questions so that the message has been received, and the person who received the message ask questions to clarify things. Summarizing is important. Summarize all the key points that has been communicated, that has been discussed. Then follow up on all these key points to make sure that everybody agree on the same page so that the action can be taken and can be executed on time. All right? So remember, it is not about what you say, but also about how you say it. Okay. You know, when we want to do communication, right? For me, I normally, if I want to do communication, I think everybody do the same thing. We want to draft our message, right? So when drafting our message, think about how can I draft my message so that I can clear any misunderstanding, okay? So to understand it further, this four sides model can help us in preparing our message so that we can address all misunderstanding that might happen. All right. So have you ever heard of this four sides of a message?
No.
Anybody? Yes?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Okay, but those who have not seen this model, I would like to share this model. This model is by this German psychologist called Friedemann Schulz-Wontan. Okay, according to him, every messages actually has four sides. Your message is four dimension, all right? And it's not like when you say a fact, you thought that this fact is delivered just like a fact, but actually there are other sides that of a message that are embedded in your message, right? One side of the message, yes, is true about the facts, the information that you want to communicate through, but also in the message, there is a request hidden inside it. Every message also has a chance of the speaker to influence the recipient to ask him for something. And it's in the message also tells the recipient what the sender think of him and on the relationship level. Okay, maybe you send a message, it is through through other means like your facial expression, your body language, your tone of voice. This part of the message is somehow more prominent to the receiver. And then in a message also you have the self-revelation or self-disclosure. This one is intentionally or unintentionally, consciously or unconsciously, the speaker may reveal something about himself. Okay, self-disclosure, his feeling, his motive, his goal, what is his intention. Okay, and on the receiver side, even though you can't see it, actually when the receiver is listening to your message, he's listening through, there are 4 ears that he may listening through, right? One of the ear is a fact ears. Normally it can be easily validated, okay? When you say something, it can be validated. There's also a relationship here, okay? The person who's listening to your message is trying to figure out what is your attitudes toward me? What do you think of me? You know, especially from boss to subordinate, they are trying to think, okay, you know, how do you feel? What's your attitudes toward me? And then there's also a diagnosis here. This person try to analyze you and see what kind of person you are, what you are thinking. How do you feel? Are you angry right now? Or are you excited? And there's another ear, which is called a request ear. Okay, I get the message, but he's trying to interpret, okay, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to think? Okay, all right. So to better understand this four sides of a message and the 4 ears, I will share with you an example. We have a driver is in a car, a driver with a front passenger sitting next to the driver, front seat passenger, and they are at the traffic light. It's a red light, and suddenly the traffic light turned green. Then the front seat passenger say, "Hey, the traffic light turns green." Okay, so how would the driver interpret this message? Hey, the traffic light is green. Okay, so if the driver, the receiver, is listening through facts here, yeah, he get it right because he can see, he can verify, yes, the traffic light turned green. And on another hand, if he's also listening to the relationship here, because this guy is my friend sitting next to me, he just want to help me. He's just pointing out, hey, you didn't notice the traffic light is green. So, but if he is listening to self-disclosure here, maybe from the tone of voice, he senses that maybe you are in a hurry. That's why you point out quickly, hey, the traffic light turns green. You are in a hurry. You know, you want me to what? So if he's listening to appeal ear, oh, what he's trying to tell me, he asked me to come on, drive fast. So what it means that the driver will understand something different depending on which ear he hear with, right? Which ear he's using for this message. Okay. So maybe we can try with another example that we can discuss. Okay. Soon, let's say you came in late. Pretend that I'm your boss. Soon, you came in late, and then I say, "Soon, you're late." What do you think? How do you interpret my message?
You're scolding.
Yeah, I just say, "Soon, you're late," and you are looking into the what? Self-disclosure. I say, "Soon, you're late." It's not that I'm angry. Soon, you're late, right?
Yeah.
But even though I try to stress on self-disclosure, I just say, "Soon, you're late." I'm concerned actually. From my tone of voice, I thought, "Soon, get it." I'm concerned. Soon, you're late. But soon is actually listening to a relationship here, or maybe you're my boss, and you point out that I'm late. You're angry. I'm late, right? Soon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the first.
So if you are stressing on one side, like I'm stressing on my feeling that I'm concerned, but soon interpret it differently. Also, even soon think that he's using a self-disclosure also maybe, but he sensed that I'm angry, right? And then if I say, I talk to Michelle. Michelle, you're late with question mark. What is your interpretation?
With question mark, then I think I will interpret that you are actually a little bit not happy, probably. Yeah, it's not about the concern. Yeah, on whether why I'm late.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe you say what you are trying to figure out. What you want from me? You want an explanation, right?
Yeah, correct.
But maybe my intention is, I say, Michelle, you are late. Yeah, I'm concerned also because I want you to tell me, is it because you have an accident? I'm concerned. Something bad happened to you, right? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, right. So you can see, right, from these 4 sides of a message and 4 ears of a message, even first message can be sent and interpreted by many sides, right? And recipient might not always understand what the sender intended to communicate. And each layer or side of a message can be understood by itself, even though I'm stressing on self-disclosure, but my self-disclosure do not get through to Michelle. Michelle things that I'm angry. Michelle also analyzing trying to analyze me and see my feeling, but my feeling somehow tak sampai to Michelle, cannot get through to Michelle, right? So I hope you get the understanding of these four sides on and 4 years of a message, because this is important. I also tends to relate this with my day-to-day life. When I'm communicating with my husband, there are also some culture aspect involved that can also cause some misunderstanding, the way we were, our upbringing and culture side as well. All right, let's watch the video.
So I brought you in to talk about your performance. I'm not happy. Like this right now, just unprofessional. You're a visionary.
I know.
But the 3-hour naps in the middle of the day cannot continue.
I don't take naps.
You don't take naps. Okay, let's talk about your reports. Here is Bill's quarterly. This is what you give me.
That's Mommy.
Let's talk about your lunch break.
Playtime.
You know, a lot of our associates are taking working lunches, try to catch up on workload, and you're off God knows where, doing God knows what. I just don't think it's working out. I think we need to say goodbye.
But
No, Penny, we need to part ways at this juncture. You're fired.
please don't fire me.
I'm sorry, Penny. You're fired.
I have to support my mom and dad.
Penny, I don't want to hear about your personal life.
I'm gonna work harder.
You've said this before.
I'm gonna work smarter.
No. Thanks so much for joining the team. Welcome.
All right. So what's happening here? It's Penny's performance review, right? So what happened during the performance review is the boss has difficulties in giving feedback. What's your observation, Tyson?
Based on the video, what I can see is it felt more to me more like the message that the boss wanted to give to Penny actually is very direct, but then it's just that Penny seems like head is somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the message is not really well received on Penny's end.
Yeah, it's not well received by Penny, right?
Mhm.
And what about the boss side? Boss side is very direct. Do you sense he has also difficulties to deliver the feedback, or he's comfortable in delivering the feedback from his body language, from his tone of voice?
Basically, I would say his boss is also not really comfortable. I think
Yeah.
in my opinion, he's the kind that don't really like to give. Maybe he like to give good feedback, but bad feedback is usually harder to
Right.
give to people. Yep.
This is common, right? And Penny also is a bit defensive, right? And also she promised things to be better, to improve, right? It could have been, and then in the end, the boss take a shortcut and fire her, right? And replace her with a young one. This is normal too. Replace a senior person with a younger one, less salary. Okay, maybe more obedient, not defensive, right? So that is about the performance review. But it's actually, even though it's like a very funny situation, but this is a real thing that is happening, right? People, when it comes to, like Tyson said, giving positive feedback is easy, but giving negative feedback can be difficult, right? And you also have experienced this. What I would like you to do is that I will break you up again in the breakout room and discuss your experience, right? Yeah, is giving feedback difficult? Discuss the reason why you feel that giving feedback is difficult. Let's discuss the reason why giving feedback is difficult. Okay, you have 10 minutes. I will break you up into a discussion room again. Where's the breakout room? Oh, yeah. Okay, I think everybody back from the discussion room, from the breakout room. So can somebody, one of the group would like to share what are the reasons for why giving feedback is difficult?
All right.
You
I
go.
think.
Oh, you go ahead.
Well,
Yeah.
you can go first. Okay. Maybe
Okay, Rachel first.
my,
Ladies first.
yep.
Okay. Wait.
You want to share something?
What's this? I can share screen so that visually,
Okay,
I think
I'll
people can
stop
just
sharing. Okay.
see it as well.
Yeah.
Can see?
Yes.
Yep. So basically, we felt that, of course, it's difficult to give feedback when you have to consider the other person's feelings or people's feelings first, and
Yeah.
then also to avoid them feeling resentful towards the person giving the feedback also lah. Yeah, and then timing is important.
Yes.
If you take too long to feedback, impact may be lost, or maybe the effectiveness may be lost as well.
Yeah.
And maybe the receiver may also be wondering like, when did I do this? Did it actually happen? So I think maybe addressing it, like sort of nipping it in the bud, does help sometimes. Then the other party again will feel like it's criticism instead of advice.
Right.
So depending on how constructively they take it lah.
Yep.
And then honest feedback causes fighting or unhappiness.
Confrontation, huh?
Yeah. And again, I think everybody feels this. Nobody likes to be the bad guy. Nobody wants to be the bad guy. And then feelings again will naturally be hurt. Especially I think on the receiving end, usually, especially with if it's a negative feedback. And then relationships will tend to sour. I think then people would end up being very wary of each other. Trust is also probably a bit fractured lah, I think. And then feedback, the receiver may feel guilty, which is not what you want them to feel maybe, and the person actually giving out a feedback will also feel guilty lah. Yeah.
And then the other end will feel demotivated too, right?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Tyson, do you have anything to add? If there's something different?
Right. So basically, on most of the parts it's almost similar already. But what I can say, what I would like to add is actually, some of us, okay, maybe the skill of giving feedback is what is lacking, and therefore, if let's say all of us have the necessary skills, giving feedback might not be as hard as it seems to be. But of course, it needs skill and also experience as well.
Right, you're right. Right. Anybody else? All covered? Very good, huh? Right. I think you guys have a very good coverage of all the reasons why giving feedbacks can be very difficult, right? Rachel and Tyson had mentioned most of it, right? As of fear of offending, confrontation is covered, courage or confident because do not have the skill, like Tyson say, no, not confident to deliver the feedback. Afraid of the consequences is mentioned. Also, difficult if also there's a lack of trust. Because if the person that you are giving feedback to do not trust you, they will not take your feedback seriously. And Rachel also mentioned about poor timing, yes, because it's too late, the feedback is too late. And also poor timing is when the person is not ready to receive feedback. He's in he's very emotional at that time. He is in a lot of stress. So it's also poor timing. And also we're afraid that because if we don't have the skill of communicating effectively, or we don't have the skill how to give feedback, it can cause miscommunication, misunderstanding, right? So thank you very much. You guys have all it covered. I know you have a lot of experience giving feedback because that's why you have a lot of inputs, and thank you very much for your input. So let's go through, I think everybody knows they give feedback to your subordinate, but just to recap what we have been doing on feedbacks, right? When you give feedbacks to subordinate, it's actually you are providing your subordinates with the information about their performance and their behavior at work, right? And normally we should not touch on personality or the person character, only focus on performance and behavior, so you can avoid the person from being so defensive or take it negatively, because it's just your performance and your behavior, nothing personal. It's not about your personality, it's not about your character, right? And feedback, right, as mentioned, can be positive and negative. And when you give feedback, you need to be clear and concise and specific, like mention when you want to touch on this behavior, mention when is you seen this behavior, give an example at where and when, at whatever, so that it is specific and is concise, straight to the point, so that it's easier for the person to know, oh, okay, which behavior you're talking about or which performance you're talking about. And but you just want to help your subordinate to understand, right, their strengths and weaknesses. And so if this feedback, if you give them in an effective way, it can be actually helping them to actually see their strengths and weaknesses and help them to improve and develop. Types of feedback. Positive feedback is something that you need to give. Not only feedback is not about only giving something area of improvement, something that you need to improve, but also give feedback on something that is good, that so that you can motivate the person. You highlight the strength, the accomplishment, so that you can encourage them to continue doing it. Giving positive feedback can also boost the person confidence and also drive and motivation and self-esteem. Constructive feedback, positive is reinforcing. You want the person to continue the good work, so continue to give positive feedback. And also, you also want the person to improve. You give a constructive feedback. You point out the area that need to be improved, which behavior that need improvement. And also, maybe you could also use the opportunity to request to stop doing it and focusing on the thing that can help them to improve, okay? So as long as it is being delivered effectively in both positive and constructive feedback is actually can help improve your employee morale, productivity, and promote positive work environment. Okay, so what are the benefits of giving feedback? There are so many benefits, endless, right? You can give feedback because for improvement, the benefit is you will get improvement from the person that you are giving feedback too. You can improve the performance of your team, the performance of your subordinate. Because when you give feedback, you identify, you inform them what they need to improve, what they need to focus on, right? And also feedback can be used as a motivation tool, like I mentioned before, all right? If they do something good, you recognize it. If they achieve something well, then recognize it. Communication, feedback is a two-way process, so it facilitates communication. And you can also use feedback as a learning tool because you can provide the person useful information about how they can improve on their knowledge, their skills, and their ability, right? And also feedback also can promote accountability, creates accountability because you are holding the individuals responsible for their action and the outcomes. And so this is also can foster a sense of ownership and empowerment. All right. And what else? Teamwork. Yeah, you can encourage your team to give feedback to each other, on how they can improve the way they work together and collaborate together. So feedback also can promote teamwork. Of course, feedback also can promote engagement. It can increase engagement. If you ask your team to contribute to feedback to a certain program or initiative and you get a good outcome, so they feel involved and engaged, right? So these are some of the benefits, but of course you can see a lot of other benefits from giving feedback. Normally in performance review, most of the manager focus on giving feedback on what the subordinate need to improve, the area of improvement in terms of the behavior and the performance. But what about positive feedbacks? Feedback is not only about giving, identifying area of improvement. You also need to give positive feedbacks. Positive feedbacks really important because this is the survey that they do for Gen Z, okay? Because maybe Gen Z, this is the latest generation. Their parents, the way the parenting style is different. They always compliment their kids on what they do well. They encourage them, my generation, baby boomer, my parents seldom give me compliments, but I know when I grow up, I know they are proud of me, but they are not so open about giving compliments, all these things, right? So based on the survey, giving positive feedbacks is important to boost engagement, motivation, and self-esteem, especially for Gen Z. Because from the survey, 66% of Gen Z say they prefer to receive feedback at least every few weeks. Is it true, Gen Z here? There's no Gen Z here, huh? Okay, 84% of employees feels that their employee recognize the efforts on performing well if they give positive feedback. Okay, and then 24% of employees say they would quit their role if their manager doesn't offer feedback at all. How do you feel if your manager never say anything to you for the whole year? I achieved something, my manager never say anything. If I did something bad also, my manager didn't say anything. Do you feel good about it? Yes, no? Neutral?
No.
Right. Okay, let's go through Johari window. This Johari window might be, some of you are familiar with this. It also has a very close relation to feedback because Johari window is a self-awareness model. It is invented by Joseph Luff and Harrington Ingham. So that's where Johari came from, the name of Johari, Joe and Harry. And it was invented in 1950, but it's still relevant even up to now. All right. So what is this Johari window? Okay, the Johari window has 4 quadrants or 4 windows. And the first quadrant or the first window is an open area or open arena. And this is the aspect of ourselves that we are very aware of, and also everyone knows about it. Everyone also aware about this aspect of ourselves. Okay, this is our open area. What would be something that you are aware and others are also aware about you? Something like your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, your belief, right? And there is another window which is called hidden area. This is the aspect of ourselves that we know, but we keep hidden from the rest, from our colleague, our team members, okay? And they are not aware. Can you give an example of what would be the example of the hidden window here? Anybody? Okay, this is something like your insecurity, your fear, something that you do not want to share with others, your private thoughts, your private feelings, okay? Then we have a blind area. This is something that the aspect of ourselves, we are not aware, we do not know, but others notice it, others are aware, it's known to others. This is your blind spot, your unconscious bias. For example, you didn't know that you have a certain dislike about something, but your colleague noticed it because every time you are in that situation, you will put on a certain face of dislike. They notice, but you are not noticing. Okay, you do not notice that you have a certain bias towards something. Okay. Maybe you show it through your facial expression, but you didn't realize it. It's spontaneous, right? And also the last window is unknown area. This is the area that about yourself that you are not aware of and others also do not know about it. Okay, this will be your hidden talent, your hidden potential. Okay, so by understanding yourself and how others awareness towards you, you can use this tool so that you can understand yourself better and your relationship with others. You know, by understanding this, you can work towards increasing the self-awareness of yourself and also others towards you, so that there will be a better communication will be easier, build better relationship, and so that you will have a good working environment with the rest. So how can we do that? To do that, to increase our self-awareness, we have to make our open area even much wider. So how to open our open window wider? Okay, if you want to open your window wider, you have to make the other window smaller, right? So how to open up your window towards the blind area, to make the blind area smaller? So you can do this by actively seek for feedback. Ask people so that they can give you the feedback. Maybe you think that you are friendly, but then you ask your colleague, do I seem friendly with everybody? Because I noticed that some of the people don't feel comfortable approaching it. And then somebody can feedback to you, this is your blind spot. Even though you are friendly, but for your face is very serious. Oh, I didn't notice that my face looks very serious, right? So, and then how do you open up your open area to make towards the hidden area here, how to widen it? You can widen, narrowing your hidden area by doing self-disclosure. Share more about yourself, but share appropriate and relevant information and feelings to your team. Share something that they need to know only. All right. And last one, how to also widen your open area towards your unknown. You can do this by doing a shared discovery work together with your team, look into new areas, new opportunities, so that you can see whether you have new opportunities, new potential, new talents that you did not discover. All right. So is Johari window clear to you? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Let's move on to how to give positive and constructive feedback. Right? I think Infineon they have already have like established guidance for you, right? To how to give positive and constructive feedback, if I remember. Okay, so let's just do this as a refreshing your mind as a refresher. Okay, the first step, maybe just tell the person your intention, so that they are ready. They know what you're getting with, right? You're getting on. So state your intention, and then the next thing is identify the positive behavior that you would like to give feedback. Be specific, give clear example, okay? And then describe the impacts or the effect of this positive behavior on you or your team. Then encourage them, congratulate them, and sorry. All right. For example, this morning I saw Nico giving a good presentation. I want to give a timely feedback to Nico. So I saw Nico at the pantry, and I said, "Hey, Nico, can I give you a short feedback, a brief feedback?" And then Nico said, "Oh yes, yes, sure." And then I said, "Oh, I particularly like the way you presented this morning." Nico just had a presentation this morning. So I say, I like the way you explain your very complex metrics in a simple to understand manner. And, and then at the end, you also make a very good summary. I like your presentation. Okay. And then be sincere. Okay. And then describe the positive impact. Okay, her presentation made me feel impressed. I'm impressed with your presentation. I think the rest also likes your presentation. And then encourage her. Okay, well done, Nico. I hope you continue doing it this way, and I hope everybody else can learn from you. Okay, so this is just an example of how to give positive feedback, right? Then, not to forget, positive feedback is easy, but we still need to work on giving a negative feedback, but call it constructive, because negative make people feel defensive, demotivate people. So do it in a constructive way so that it's very well accepted. Okay? So it's the same, state your intention. Then to make people feel like a warm-up, feel comfortable with you, don't jump into the things that you want to address, which is negative. Of course, you will try to make it constructive, I know, but do something that to set the ambience, make people feel comfortable talking to you. Start with a positive comment. For example, "Oh, I like your punctuality, you're coming here. I like how you work with the team. I really appreciate that," and so on. Then, okay, I would like to give you a feedback on a certain behavior that you want to address. For example, maybe Tyson would always like very impatient in a meeting. Tyson is the team lead. He invited me to his meeting, and he has all his subordinates, team member in the meeting, and they were discussing issues. And when they are trying to explain about the issue, Tyson is very impatient. He tend to interrupt the person, and in the end, his team become very quiet. Nobody talk because they are afraid of Tyson, because Tyson seemed impatient, for example. So what I would do, maybe I will call, okay, Tyson, are you free now? can I talk to you? I would like to give you some feedback. By the way, Tyson, I really appreciate you as a team leader. I know you always are very supportive to your team leader. You like to help them and so on. Recognize all the positive thing that he has done. Oh, then Tyson said, "Oh, thank you. I'm happy that you recognize my effort. All these things. Oh yes, the good thing that you have done is gone unnoticed. I mean, never go unnoticed by me. I always observe." Okay, then Tyson, but I noticed in the meeting when you ask your people about issue, when they try to explain it, you seem to be cutting them a lot. And then to the extent that sometimes at the end of towards the middle of the meeting, everybody quiet. When I ask them, do you have any issue? Everybody quiet. Did you notice that? And Tyson said, oh, you observed that? Maybe that's true. Yeah. Okay. You know, you are specific. You mentioned about what's the behavior, when is that, and you know, you focus on Tyson behavior. And then describe the impact. So Tyson, when you do this, I notice your team become very quiet. They don't feel like they want to contribute anything in the meeting. So that's the impact. Okay. And I think then you ask Tyson, do you notice that? Do you have any feedback? Then Tyson will give an explanation. Oh, sometimes maybe because I think that they are too long-winded. I try to understand Tyson perspective. Tyson may be very busy. He cannot wait to listen for people to be too long-winded in explaining issues because Tyson is a subject matter expert on that topic. Okay. Okay, I understand. I respect your opinion, Tyson, but they are still new. Maybe you should spend time to try to listen to them. You know, if not, they will be very quiet. You know, you can explain what will happen, the repercussion if you do not listen to them, for example, right? And then what do you think, Tyson? Should you do something about it? Then Tyson, yeah, okay. If I think I should change, and I will do this next. You know, Tyson will propose what are the things that he himself can do to improve, so that as a leader in a meeting, so that his people will speak up more and will like to contribute more, and they feel comfortable giving their ideas, opinion. Okay, so after Tyson has give his proposal how he wants to improve himself, you can offer suggestion as well. Okay, if you think that his proposal is good, then good, because you want Tyson to take responsibility, accountability of his action. So ask him to propose something first, right? And then if you agree with him, then you say that's a good idea. Okay, why not you try it? Then we come back, follow up on the progress. We come back again and discuss how much have you done, what's the progress, did you see any changes, and so on. All right. So this is the step how we can give constructive feedback without Tyson being defensive, and so that Tyson will feel good about changing his behavior. Tyson, if I give this feedback to you, how do you feel? Are you offensive?
No, I'm actually quite okay with that because any feedback is a good feedback for me.
Okay. Anybody feel that these steps will make you feel offensive? Is there any point that you think is like a very harsh criticism or negative feedback? Anybody? Yes? No?
No,
Sukasa?
the conversation is good.
All right, thank you. Okay, I think you have an idea now how to give positive and constructive feedback, right? Okay, but we still need to practice. It's good to practice. So why not I give you opportunity to practice. This time I will not break you into big group. I will break you into a pair, okay? So that you can practice with your partner, all right? So I will break you into, there are 16 of you, so there will be 8 couple. Okay. So think about the situation, your real life work situation that you have been thinking about it. You wanted to give feedback, but you haven't had the time to do it. Now is a time for you to prepare how to give the feedback, right? Think of a situation where you intend to give feedback, one positive feedback and one constructive feedback, and plan your how you want to deliver it. Okay, maybe you can take a screenshot of this page. Who is involved? You don't have to mention name. Just say my subordinate, or I want to talk to my colleague or my partner or whatever. Who's involved? What he or she has done, and what would you like him or her to do? Okay, so your reference is refer to the you can take a screenshot of the step here. Okay, I give you time to take a screenshot of step for giving positive feedback. Okay, step for giving positive feedback. Take a screenshot here. Done. Then step for giving constructive feedback. Take a screenshot. Refer to these 2 steps. Prepare your feedback messages. 10 minutes maybe. And then I will break you into, after you are done, you tell me you're done. I will break you into 8 rooms. You can do the practicing in private with your partner. Okay? So I say here find a partner, but I will choose a partner for you. Or you want to find a partner? Yourself. Then you tell me who's your partner, then I break you into into the same room.
Can
Which
you
do you
choose
prefer?
for me?
Huh?
Can you choose?
I can choose for you, yes. Yeah, I choose for you guys, okay? Then I first you do your you can start now. Take about 10 minutes to prepare your feedback. If you need more time, you let me know. If you need additional 5 minutes. When you're ready, then I break you into a breakout room where you and your partner can practice giving feedback. Take turns to give feedback, but you have to explain the situation to your partner first, and then you give the feedback to your partner. And your partner, please give a response how you feel when you hear this feedback from that person, right? And then deliver the constructive feedback, and then the partner listen, and then give your comment or opinion, and then take turns to do it. Okay. So once done, this is a role play. So everybody will play the role of the other person, the one who's giving feedback and the one who's receiving feedback. Okay. Then after we are done, we'll come back together, and I would like to hear your reflections and discussion about how you feel about giving feedback. Okay. All right. So take 10 minutes to prepare. When you're ready, I will break you up in the breakout room. Then you can practice about 20 minutes. Ready to go to the breakout room?
Okay.
Okay, everybody? So
Yes.
I've assigned partner to you already. So you go to the breakout room and then start practicing. I will join you later to see how you are doing. Okay? All right. So I will open all the breakout room now. Surprised to see your partner.
Hi.
All right.
Ah,
Hello.
hi.
You ready?
Okay.
Who wants to deliver first?
Maybe I go first.
Okay. After you.
So I need to explain the situations to you, right? So actually I encountered that my subordinate now she refused to join our meeting. Some of the meeting that actually we've involved some system changing together with the IT. So maybe I will start giving the positive feedback to your partner, which is I will tell her that before this, you are actually a very good subordinate and very experienced senior that you're willing to guide and share your experience and guide your
So you can just treat Sukasa as the person and immediately give the feedback. So Sukasa, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm the
Okay,
guy.
maybe okay. So Sukasa, I realized that you actually previously you are a very good senior and you are willing to share your experience and or your knowledge to others junior as well. So um but then recently I found out that actually you did not join some of the meeting uh that which is conducted by the IT. Maybe you can let me know what is actually happened. And because from the meeting that I realized sometimes it's IT actually will directly ask you some question which actually you also cannot answer, but the rest of the team member as well, they actually not willing to answer as well. Is it because of this issue that's why you refuse to join the meeting? So maybe I can propose you some improvement is if you really cannot answer during the meeting with the ID and you cannot answer the questions, maybe you can just answer on your portions, but the rest of the portion maybe you can just point to others colleague who are involved in this topic, then maybe they will answer on their part as well. So what do you think about these suggestions?
Okay. Honestly, I didn't think it's worth attending the meeting at that time. But yes, as I hear from, as I listen to you, yes, I reconsider the importance of the meeting. And yes, I'll do what as you expected me to do.
Okay, so let us have a try on this. If we see any improvement from others people and also whether that this situation can be solved your current problem or not, then if really cannot, then we will think another solutions to overcome all these issues. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Yes. I think so. I think so.
You want to give a feedback, Sukasa?
Excuse me, my dad.
Do you want to give feedback to her how she did it? How is she doing?
Okay. So I think Ko just started with explaining the situation, and I could understand what she was intended to say. And yes, and after that, she also started with a kind of a compliment, and yeah, how important the member is, and then she introduced the constructive feedback. So I think it was a very natural process.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, good job then. So then you can take the. Have you delivered the positive feedback? You haven't, huh? Ko? There's a positive feedback and also constructive feedback.
Oh, positive feedback. I did not prepare the positive feedback. I
That's
only
okay. If Sukasa has prepared, maybe he can practice with you. I will leave you
Okay.
guys to practice, make perfect. Yeah, okay. Maybe one comment from me is that don't deliver everything one go. At least at certain point, check first. Let's say you point out, okay, this is the thing that you notice. Ask first, is my observation correct? Then don't propose improvement right away. Ask Susaka to take the ownership of coming up with the improvement himself first. If he doesn't have any ideas, then you contribute. Okay, Sukasa? So normally when you give feedback, if once the person has acknowledged that, okay, this is the behavior or the performance that I need to improve, then you ask them, what do you think you should do? Okay, then he come, because when he proposed the improvement himself, he will feel the ownership to do it because it's his idea. Okay, if you agree with him, then yes, go ahead, I support you, and we come back to check on the progress. If you think that it's not enough, then you can add on. May I add on something? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So good luck. I will join the other group. Okay.
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 Thanks.
Okay.
Sukasa, you want to
Yeah.
share yours?
Narrow is very clear that they understand
Hi.
the impact. Sorry, Zaina.
So
Hi.
who's doing the feedback now? Nico.
No, Michelle just ended. Just ended.
I just ended my
Oh, okay,
sharing.
that's okay. Then
So now my turn.
okay.
So my turn, I can think of a scenario to share with Michelle and maybe get some advice from her is maybe I have a team member that are maybe sometimes have this feedback from the other colleagues more on her certain behavior. So today my constructive feedback that I want to maybe demonstrate to Michelle and get some advice is on this scenario. I think she know.
All right.
Yeah.
It's good that you have Michelle as a partner.
Yeah, she know.
Because I also the persons that I think she wants to give us feedback is actually in the past also report to me, so I also know well about this person.
All right. Okay, good. This is a platform where you can actually share best practices.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
think I will take you as that person.
All
Sorry, I
right.
cannot
Okay, go
on my
ahead. I
video
want to
because
listen.
Zoom actually stopped me. My video actually been disabled.
That's okay.
So
We can listen. We can
nevertheless,
hear you well.
yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, okay. So I think, hi. So Michelle, I think, today I invited you to this call because I think recently also, I think you are aware also, we received this certain feedback from some team members. I think I go straight to the point that there are findings that could be is a little bit, they are facing some difficulty maybe to reach you and they are not getting some tiny feedback from you on certain of their inquiry. I think you clearly knows that we always value you. You are the subject matter expert for this particular topic, and our team members always will look and appreciate your advice when they are working on this particular topic. Nevertheless, I think it's always important that we need the team to understand and know that we are there to support each other as we are really working together as a team. So I think there could be also some misunderstanding from the team if they find you are slower or not responding to their request. So I also really hope that maybe you can let me know what do you think about this feedback or anything that we can work on this. Or a simple suggestion for me is maybe you can just let them know if let's say you are working on certain topic, or maybe just provide them a timeline by when the team can expect a reply from you. Yeah. So these are the 7 points that I've prepared.
Okay. You guys need to also practice positive feedback. Okay. Don't neglect the necessity of positive feedback. Misha can give you a feedback later when we come back in a group. I also will give some feedback because I will save my feedback later. Okay. So practice. Good luck. I will go to the other room.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, Nicole, regarding this, right? I think probably
Roughly there. Okay.
oh,
Hi.
say
Hi. You are with whom?
I'm with Paul.
Okay. So you are practicing giving feedback now.
Yes.
What are you practicing now? Positive or
Yes.
constructive feedback?
We are presenting a positive feedback because like whatever cases that we have is a positive feedback, but through my opinion is also challenging for the receiver to respond and not to look like lack of confidence when receiving the positive feedback, because giving a positive feedback and how we wanted to motivate them and encourage them to continue having that, but what we're struggling more is to respond to that positive feedback.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead. So who's doing the role play now?
Role play, I'm doing the role play as the team lead, and Paul is receiving the comment as my
Okay, you are
subordinate.
the one who's giving feedback. All right.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
I'm
go
doing
ahead.
receiving feedback. Okay.
Okay.
So Paul, I noticed that I would like to invite you for a short talk for a while, because I wanted to provide a comment or something on the improvement that you have made so far, because I've seen that you have made a progress for these past 4 months in being consistent and also taking the initiative, and also good at interacting with the team. Like it's totally different, like what you have done for the past 8 months, which I did not see, and you are being very consistent. So this has actually I received a feedback also from the team member that they are getting more comfortable talking to you, and also getting the fast response from you, and also you helping the team very much. So I would like you to continue doing this, having this attitude and also initiatives, because it definitely helps our team in also in the collaborative team within local and also with the global. So all right, so I think you can proceed with this positive attitude. That's what I would like to talk to you about.
Okay, very well done. How
Mm.
do you feel?
Mm,
Just said that to you.
Thank you, Hamisa, about the un unexpected challenge that you give me the good opportunity to doing my task with my ability to improve myself, and in the future I am expect you and our team to give me the advice, the good direction, the correct direction that we're going to work together in the future, and going to give me the uh, a good opportunity to do my job in the like a step forward in the field. Thank you.
Very good. So continue to practice. I will give
Mm.
my own feedback later in a big group.
Mhm.
Okay. So good luck. Continue to practice. I will go to the other room. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Madam Zaila.
Hi. So how have you practiced?
Yes, finished.
Yeah, finished.
Oh, I'm sorry, because there are 8 teams. Challenging is when we do virtual training, it's hard to coordinate. If you have face to face, it's easy for me to walk around to observe, right? So I missed the thing, but it's okay. You can do the sharing later. I will go to the next group. Okay. I hope everybody had the opportunity to practice.
Yes.
Sorry, because there are 8 rooms, it's very challenging to do virtual training where you go from one group to another. Unless we have face to face, when normally face to face, I will arrange you all in a circle, inner circle, outer circle. So it's easier for me to move from one place to another to hear everybody giving feedback, right? So anybody would like to share how you feel?
Good.
Good. You feel better now with the steps that you use? You feel comfortable? And what about those people who listen to the feedback? How do you feel?
I think when it start off with something positive, you will feel better. At least it's not directly tell you that something they are not doing good. So I think it's a good way that to give a constructive feedback.
Right. What about the rest? Anybody else want to comment? Rachel just came back. Rachel, anything? How do you feel with the practicing session, the giving feedback session?
Oh no, I just turned back on my video because I needed to stretch. I was cramping.
Okay, that's okay.
You
practice with who?
Li Ping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think we get to see different. I mean, we are after all different people, right? So I think we get to see each other's perspective of how we deliver feedback lah.
Yeah.
Be it positive or constructive feedback
Yeah.
to our colleagues. Then it is a good peer sharing insight law. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I only managed to join 4 or 5 group because it's kind of challenging to do it virtually. But I think 5 out of the 8, I think I've also can give some also observation. Overall, you guys are doing very well. Congratulations. Just only one tiny thing that I would like to highlight because I think some of you give feedback, you go and tell the whole thing one go. Okay. Pause, give time for that person to acknowledge first. Let's say, for example, when you talk about the behavior, when you show example, you notice this, is it? Pause and ask, do you observe that? Am I correct? Right? Because then continue again, and then in the end, when everybody is on the same page, the other party agree, yes, this is the behavior that I need to improve. Don't jump by giving your suggestion, because when you give feedback to the person, remember I said accountability, you want the person who is receiving the feedback to take accountability of his action and the outcome later when he achieve it, right? So do you have any suggestion how you can improve that? Do you have any idea how you want to improve that? So when the idea come from him, there's a sense of an ownership and responsibility that I will do it. Okay. If you like the ideas, then compliment it. Yes, that's a good idea. I agree with you. Let's come back again and see the progress. If you think that is not enough, can I offer a few more suggestions? Okay. And then you contribute your ideas. Okay. Is that clear? All right. Let's move on to the next topic. I'm happy that everybody had the opportunity to practice. Okay, this is a very short video. I would like you to just quickly, it's only 3 minutes. It's very short. So maybe it's nice to share as well about giving effective feedback.
Is important for managers. In performance reviews, they acknowledge efforts, evaluate results, and motivate employees. Good managers are not condescending. Instead, they use feedback to develop talents. Employees also need to give feedback to their superiors to drive improvements at the workplace. How can you give effective feedback? Feedback starts a conversation. You can reflect on your own work while helping others to improve with your critical review. To ensure high-quality feedback, stick to these guidelines. Be useful. Ensure that your contribution is valuable to the author. Simply saying great work and agreeing to what is not convincing isn't helpful.
Oh, sorry.
Be constructive. Excellent feedback comes from disagreeable givers. Aim to make the submission better. If you disagree, show that you care and your opinion will be respected. Be specific. Use the grading rubric for assessment. In your comments, reference specific sections to foster understanding for what you criticize. Be precise. Clearly explain your judgment. Help the author gain a better understanding and suggest how to improve. Be polite. Please give feedback like you would want to receive it. Acknowledge the effort, stay positive, and convey a motivating mindset. It matters not only what you say, but how you say it. Be efficient. Find a good balance between getting it done and delivering a feedback that is useful. Everyone can learn to become efficient in giving high-quality feedback. Be confident in your ability. You are exactly the right person for the job. Giving feedback that is accurate, honest, and supportive is a powerful way to enable others to perform at their best.
All right. So do you agree that you are the right person to give feedback because you are the manager and the team leader? So feel confident, feel that this is the right thing to do for your team, for you to help your team to improve, right? Let me go back to the slides. So I just summarized some of the things that you can take note of when giving feedback. This is also covered in the video. Okay, so be timely, be specific, descriptive, objective, constructive. Empathic is important when giving feedback. Be respectful. When you give feedback, you also can be open-minded and also ask for feedback back. Okay, and be consistent, right? Don't give feedback today and then forget about it, and then after end of the year give another feedback. Be consistent in giving feedback. Okay, of all the thing, be cool, because you would never expect what would be the reaction or what will happen on the other side, but prepare to be cool. All right. All right. I would like to share what are the common mistakes to avoid when you want to give feedback. This maybe can give you something that you can take note of when you want to give feedback. There's a common mistake that people always do, is that they only focus on the negative thing, right? Please avoid doing just focusing on negative thing. That's why we in our step we should start with a positive thing first, and when we want to touch on the negative feedback, turn it into constructive feedback, which is easier to accept and digest, right? And don't be too general, too vague, so that the person doesn't know what you're talking about. When do I do it? Don't be so vague. That's why you have to be specific, right? And then, when you are giving feedback, make use of your, don't use judgmental language. Okay, you're judging this people. I see you're always late. That is judgmental. Okay, maybe she's not always late. Maybe occasionally late, right? And then also consider the other person's perspective and feeling. Look for the non-verbal cue, body language, special expression. You can see, oh, he's not ready to receive feedback today. Maybe we should do it some other time. Okay. And also listen to their explanation why they are having such a behavior. Maybe there's a reason behind it. Try to be understanding and try to understand their perspective. And don't provide too many things at once. When you want to give feedback, tackle one behavior at a time. Don't jumble up everything. And then he's confused. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, all this. Yeah. And then avoid giving feedback in public, especially on the negative feedback, especially. And please don't. Another mistake is you don't follow up. Then you do not know whether the person has already. If you don't follow up, then the person will think that you are not serious about giving your feedback. You are just making a comment, and it's not a serious feedback. Okay. So by avoiding this mistake, I hope we can make sure that our feedback can be very helpful and well received, and so that we can achieve our objective and goal. Okay. All right. So just a summary. Feedback is a skill, is important skill, especially as a leader. You need to master this giving feedback skill, and then you also have to take note of both, not only one. Focus both on positive and constructive feedback. Then don't only just give feedback when you want to improve somebody, but also use the feedback to motivate somebody. Your feedback has to be specific, timely, actionable, and must highlight both positive and negative aspect, and then so that it can be delivered in a respectful and supportive manner, and be sincere in giving your feedback, because the important thing is we want to find solutions so that we can work collaboratively towards improvement. All right. To discuss now is what are the key takeaways that you have learned from this 4-hour session from these 2 modules. Think about just one key takeaways, and also share what is your plan? How would you like to apply this the thing that you learned today at your workplace immediately? Something that you can do immediately. All right. Okay. So, Sui, can you share with us? Sui, you have to unmute. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Because I will just end for the positive and constructive feedback. So I think the one is important also in the in workplace, because sometimes when people doing good, but we just did not praise directly or compliment the person directly. So I think it's important also we can practice this. And constructive feedback for me actually is very hard because I'm actually worried the person cannot take it, but based on today's lessons, I will try to use the step and try to feedback the constructive feedback to the person. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Sui.
Thank you.
I just follow the window here. So soon, it's not that I'm attacking you first. You are the next one sitting next to Sui. So soon.
Okay, thanks for explanation. I'm not the one to be attacking.
Sorry, just kidding.
Okay, maybe just before the takeaways, actually for for the whole trainings today, right? Because currently we also have some one-to-one session with our members currently. So like just now what Irene mentioned also, actually for for me currently, right, I'm still struggling to give some constructive feedbacks, because positive feedback, I think everyone is welcoming with it. So for constructive feedback, it's actually still a challenging, still a challenging task for me, but definitely it has the use. We have to give it as it seems that the thing is keep on happening, then I would just before you get into a big trouble, then we have to deal with it. So maybe starting after today's session, I try to look more into this, how to give a good constructive feedback. So maybe just not run into, how to say, to start the conversation with negative things. Maybe just to make them ease first, then starting with some positive comment.
All right.
That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. What about Yong?
Hi. I think the key point here is we know how to communicate feedback and effectively, and also we have to try to understand the receiver perspective when we communicate with them.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's all.
Okay. Liping.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, very clearly.
Okay. So I think after this learning, like what are the key takeaway that I have gained from this learning is maybe when communicating have to take note of the facial expressions, the tones and the hand gesture,
Yes.
and then use the direct simple wordings that can easily give people understand what I want to deliver to. Yeah, and also for providing feedbacks, I think it has to be timely, and also need to be frequently practicing so that we can master the skill.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. What about Rebecca?
Yes. So when we talk about the feedback, we are more focused on we are information giver. We give feedback to someone, but on the other hand, I also think sometimes we are also a receiver. So based on our training, I also think myself that when I receive, I should also open my mind to receive the feedback and honestly, and don't take any judgment to others, and put any perception to others. So it's also very important to us. That's my takeaway from the
All
training.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Michelle?
For me, is actually, yeah, if let's say we, of course, giving a negative feedback, everybody probably will not, even so the persons who are giving the feedback, and the receiver will also feel uncomfortable. So the techniques here that I see that probably just like what you share, we can give some positive one first, and then after that go to the negative. Then after that, probably we can also tell what will be the consequences if let's say there's no change, I mean, on what you give, and then what will happen, and then what will be the situations. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if let's say certain cases that requires the follow up, then probably we can set a time for the to follow ups and track whether on track or not. If that's whether the person still like that or yeah.
All right. Yeah,
That's
Michelle
all.
make a good point. I did not stress on that. If the behavior is something that is serious, right? You really it is important that this behavior need to be changed. Yeah, you can add in one more step, that is what would be the consequence if this behavior is not changed, or you don't stop this behavior, because it's important for the team, for the group, you know. So for something like you want to feedback on something that is very serious and critical, yes, add in what will be the consequence. Thank you, Michelle. Sukasa.
Okay. So the most impressive message from you was don't jump to suggestion. So yeah, I always easily go to suggestions. So yeah, it's very important to have our subordinates to have their own motivation and own suggestions. So I will try to wait a moment to hear from my subordinates to say something from their own mind, own heart. So yeah, thank you for your great message for me.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
All right, Sharon.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I especially like the steps for giving the constructive feedback, because I like it. Sometimes like what the rest say is very hard to give constructive feedback to somebody because we are afraid that it will hurt them. But with the steps that has been given, I think I can apply it to my feedback session. And I also will remember like what you say that need to be follow up. If let's say no follow up, it will be just appear like a comment. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I like for the steps for giving constructive feedback. Yep. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, Sharon. Nanping. You have to unmute first, Nanping. Yeah.
Oh, okay. For my practice, I practice on the positive feedback, but when I heard Michelle talk about the behavior, or maybe it's something like a subject to the individual person. Maybe for this, it's going to like a impact in the receiver. Let's say that maybe for this course, maybe I going to think about the explanation for the impact, the support, thing encourage the receiver to think about changing something, support something, encourage
Yes.
to the receiver, something like that.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Nanping. And
you.
anything else, Nanping?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Zishen. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Zishen.
Yeah, correct. So far for me, I think I learned about the effective communication because recently we have a lot of meeting regarding is from local or from global. Actually, we have a lot of information will be given. So I think with the effective communication, just now you also share how we should practice on giving the effective communication. I think it will be good for us so that we can have a effective way and more productive. Yeah.
Good.
That's all for me.
All right. Thank you, Zishen. Rachel. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I think several aspects for me. I think to practice also listening to their perspective first of why that certain behavior maybe happen before we provide constructive feedback in that aspect. I agree with Sharon also to round back and follow up on that feedback that has been given. And of course, if certain suggestions are given to them of how we think it can be improved, and then if you notice that it has been improved, I think all the more that positive feedback then comes in, and it has to be given at that point, so that they themselves also know that yeah, I put in this effort and I've been trying, and you know, this is what I deliver. So yeah, I think the reinforcement is important. And then feedback goes both ways as well. I think if we function as, even if on paper it's like a lead or a manager or whatever, I mean, if there is that also peer level establishment where they can also like sort of call you out, like, hey, I think maybe you should have done that or something, and then it also gives yourself an area of reflection, opportunity for reflection. Yeah. So yeah, my takeaways.
All right. All right. Thank you, Rachel.
Yep.
Yeah, Rachel is correct. You know, when you give constructive feedback and the person take an effort to work on the action, when there's an improvement, then jump into positive feedback. Thank you, Rachel. Sukmun. Moonli or Sukmun?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay. So from my key takeaway actually is related to the introduction. Just now your introduction about the Johari window. So that one actually it also bring out awareness to us that we need to be open, not to just blindly following what we are knowing right now, but we also need to ensure we're able to cover the blind area, the hidden, and also the unknown. So in this way, it's more to the feedbacks and communications needed to be done to ensure all of us are in the same pages and no misunderstanding and understand each other happens in the same time.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think, sorry, I call your name wrongly. Is it Moonli? Your given name is Moon?
Anything. You can call me Moon also.
Okay, Po. Ko. Yeah, Ko, sorry.
Yeah, I think I also same thought with Amun on the Johari window, which actually first time I heard this as well. I think we can do this practice not only I mean we have to do it for ourselves as well because we have to understand ourselves first before we give the feedback to our subordinate as well. So we have to do this practice either with them, I mean both our team, we and also our subordinate to make it perfect lah.
All right. Yeah, good point. Sukmun and Co. Sometimes when we see certain behavior done by our subordinate, before we give feedback, I think it's good to do a self-reflection. Is the behavior comes even from me that this person behave this way? Is that the way I manage the person? That the person is behaving this way. So before you go jump into the giving the feedback about the behavior, maybe it takes time to do self-reflection. Am I the cause of such a behavior that I get from my subordinate? That is a good point. Do a self-reflection. Yeah. Thank you, Ko. Pang Li Ping.
I already done.
Oh, you done? Oh, you moved down to the bottom window. So I like, did I cover Miza? No, not yet, right?
Not yet. I think from my side also, I think it's the part where the Johari window, because I think it's a good reflection also, because I went through the leading basic training. They emphasize on the 4 years, so for perspective and also Johari window, and then on the positive feedback, as I say, the receiver is also, I think they need to really think of how they reply also, instead of us just giving to them, even though we are constructive, because I think us Asian being modest, we don't really know how to respond towards positive comments. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
True. Thank you, Miza.
Yep.
That's a very good
Thank
insight.
you.
Tyson.
All right. So I think I'm almost the last one. So most of the points that I want to say is actually already spoken. But of course, the key takeaway from my end would actually be the sharing, of course, not only from yourself, Madam Zaina, as well as the sharing from everyone, in which I considering that I'm new, I get more insights on how to act and so on. Of course, other than the Johari window and all those other knowledge that was shared. So I feel that getting those thoughts, getting those ideas, getting those experience is also beneficial to me at how other leaders do their stuff.
Thank you, Tyson. Yes, I also would like to stress on Tyson's point. It's good to come together once in a while, like in this group where you are from the same role, where you are actually having the same scenario. You have a team to lead, to manage, but the only difference is maybe years of experience. So this is a good platform that you come together and you do brainstorming, benchmarking, and sharing of best practices. And then you do you collaborate together to think of the solution. This is a very good platform.